This pizza delivery guy saved someone with his pee. The guy was out delivering to this house, but the customer wasn't at home. It was a busy night and he desperately needed to pee, so he decided to relieve himself in the bushes near the front door. Out of nowhere, he heard a man yell. When he looked down, he realized that a man was hiding in the bushes. The man jumped out and ran off, and when the customer arrived, they found a bag behind the bushes containing a knife, duct tape, and pills. Turns out, the man in the bushes was her abusive ex, likely waiting to ambush her. But
This dude walks into a bar when suddenly he sees his girlfriend with another guy. But it didn't make sense because it was his girlfriend's idea to meet at this place for a date that night. But why would she be here with another guy? So, being super confused, he walks towards them. But out of nowhere, they stood up and walked off towards the back door. Confused and suspicious, the man decided to secretly follow them outside. Watching how they acted, the man thinks maybe his girlfriend was cheating on him. When boom! Things got even worse as he saw them starting to hug and kiss like a couple. He became super mad and was about to confront them when suddenly someone tapped him on the shoulder from behind. And when he turned back, he couldn't believe his eyes. It was his girlfriend, and her plan was to introduce him to her twin sister.
This student was weak at maths, but instead of helping, this teacher made fun of him.
the teacher even called him the dumbest student she had in 10+ years. After being constantly insulted by his teacher, he reported it to the principal, but wasn't believed. Frustrated with everything, he thought of a genius plan. He secretly bought a recorder and started recording the insults for months, then compiled them and played them in the principal's office. Listening to the insults, the principal instantly fired the teacher, and her career was over because
He hears the door slam, and when he rushes over, it's his wife, and she looks super angry. So he's like, "What happened?" And she goes, "The mechanic laughed at me." Wait, why would they do that? She throws her hands up and says, "All I did was ask for an oil change for our truck." And they laughed. Just because I'm a woman. Now he's pissed. He grabs his keys, storms out the door, and heads straight for the truck. But just as he's about to open the door, his wife yells, "Not that one! I took the Tesla!"
He was on a plane to Ohio when suddenly something starts to tickle his feet. He thinks, "Is that a snake?" And so when he looked down, he was speechless when he saw a woman's feet under him. Turns out it was from the passenger back seat. Feeling annoyed, he turns around and asks her to move her feet back. But she ignorantly says no. The boy didn't want to heat things up, so he decides not to argue and just turns away. So now, when the plane's taking off, everyone has their seatbelt on and it starts to shake a little, when suddenly the woman feels something wet on her feet. So she quickly pulls her feet back and wonders, what could it be? Until the boy turns around and says, "Sorry, I pee when I get scared." The woman feels disgusted, starts making angry noises, wipes her feet with a tissue, and keeps her feet to herself for the rest of the flight. But what really happened was, the boy actually poured water